Let's talk about something that's not, and that's the ice storm that is going to come in, especially starting on Thursday of this week. So the Commonwealth is facing a significant ice and snow event starting tomorrow that will last until Thursday night. The storm is going to affect the entire state. The National Weather Service has placed high confidence levels of ice and snow accumulation during this period. The State Emergency Operations Center will be active on Wednesday and remain open throughout this event. On Wednesday morning and afternoon, ice accumulations of 0.15 inches will extend generally north of the Cumberland Parkway. Wednesday evening through Thursday morning will bring 0.10 to 0.25 inches of ice accumulation, heaviest between the Bluegrass Parkway and the Cumberland Parkway. As I go, you can go ahead and move to the next slide, which will give people an overview. Thursday will bring additional snowfall of 1 to 2 inches north of the Bluegrass Parkway and additional ice accumulation. We can expect some scattered power outages throughout the impacted areas due to ice accumulation and the added weight of snow on tree limbs and power lines. The winter storm will not have the far-reaching effects of the 2009 ice storm. Thank goodness. However, this is a dangerous weather system, and we urge you to review your family emergency plan and check on the welfare of your neighbors and your friends. We've also placed our National Guard and other state agencies on alert to respond to emergencies. In other words, the National Weather Service is telling us this is for real, and they have a high degree of confidence that Thursday is going to be pretty rough starting on Wednesday night, and we need to be prepared to deal with it. We need everybody out there to make sure that you are safe in the decisions that you make on Thursday, and we suggest you restrict travel, particularly on the interstate system. And this last one hurts a little bit, but this is Mother Nature, and we don't want people to get harmed coming to get vaccinated in certain sites. So due to an abundance of caution, but also the high degree of confidence the National Weather Service is placing on this being a pretty rough weather event, we've decided to close the Kroger regional vaccine sites on Thursday in Lexington, Bowling Green, and Covington. I know if you have an appointment, you're muttering some words right now that I can't repeat, but those appointments are going to be rescheduled by Kroger representatives. We've asked to try to get them in as long as weather permits, as many of them potentially on Saturday with ones they can add on. At the worst, it can be absorbed next week. At the latest, that Thursday, Friday, Saturday. If you have waited a long time to get this appointment, I'm really sorry. But I also don't want to put you out on the roads with thick amounts of ice when, if you wear your mask and you're careful for this next week, we will get you vaccinated. Mother Nature stepped in. She's thrown us a curveball. We got to deal with it, and we are going to. We've already shown that we can vaccinate way more people in a week than we get doses. So the worst that happens is next week we blow it out of the water and we vaccinate significantly more people with anything that has to ultimately bleed over into next week. But we want you to be safe, and we want you to be careful. And so we have to try to set an example. And I got to tell you, I've gotten to see and meet all of these volunteers or employees that are out at these sites. If the weather is what we think it's going to be, we can't have them out on the roads because we need their help vaccinating us the entire rest of this pandemic. So everybody prepare, everybody stay safe. If we're dealing with the pandemic, we should be able to prepare for a couple days of ice and nastiness. Be safe.